Good morning, class 6th. We will continue our chapter 1 discussion, food habits of animals. Okay, we will discuss this topic today. Our chapter is food and its components. Okay, animals cannot prepare their own food, so they depend on plants and other animals for their food. Based on these food habits, animals are grouped in three main categories: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Okay, herbivores herbivores will be those animals which will eat only plants are called herbivores. Only plants eating animals, they are known as herbivores. Herb means plant, vor means to eat. Okay, cows, goats, sheep, buffaloes, horse, deer, and elephant are a few examples of herbivorous animals. Okay, these animals have sharp cutting teeth in the front and a big wide grinding teeth at the back. Okay, you can see in the figure also, figure 1.10, the teeth of a horse are shown over there. Many birds such as parrots, pigeons eat only the seeds, okay, nuts and the fruits of the plants. These birds have hard and pointed beaks to eat the food. Insects such as butterflies and honeybees feed on the nectar of the flower. These insects have special mouth part called proboscis. The proboscis help the insects to suck the nectar from the flower. Examples are caterpillar, grasshoppers, beetless, beetless feed mainly on tender leaves. Okay, mainly on tender leaves. Now, the second type of animals, they are carnivores. Okay, you can see the pointed teeth of a lion. Carnivores, animals that eat the flesh of other animals. They will eat the flesh of other animals. Okay, caro means meat, voracare means meaning to eat. Lions, leopard, and tigers are few examples of carnivores animals. Okay, these animals have long, sharp pointed teeth for tearing flesh. In figure 1.11 you can see sharp pointed teeth of a lion are shown over there. Frogs and chameleons have a long sticky tongue to catch the insects. Okay, third type is omnivores. Third type is omnivores. The third type of category will be which eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are called omnivores. Omen means all, vorar mean to eat. Human beings, bears, hedgehogs, rats, dogs, and crows are a few examples of omnivores animals. Omnivores animals. There are some other groups in which animals can be grouped according to the food they eat. Let's also discuss about them. Scavengers, animals or birds that feed mainly on the remains of dead and decaying organisms. Dead and decaying organisms are called scavengers. They help in cleaning the environment. Otherwise, the remains of dead animals would emit foul smell and give rise to many diseases. Okay, vulture, crows, foxes, hyenas are scavengers. Shows figure 1.3, hyenas and vultures feeding on the dead organisms. Okay, see there in the figure, they are eating dead animals and decaying matter. Now, parasites, organisms that depend on or live on or inside the body of other living organisms, host organisms, for food are called parasites. Parasites usually harm the host. Okay, mosquitoes, leeches, fleas, hookworms, and tapeworms are a few examples of parasite. Few examples of parasite. Got it? You can see in figure leech. Okay. Decomposers, organisms that break down dead and decaying plant. Organisms that break down dead and decaying plant and animal matters are called decomposers. Decomposers play a key role in recycling of nutrients and keeping the environment clean. Bacteria and fungi are a few examples of decomposers. Okay, bacteria and fungi are few examples of decomposers. Food chain. Next is food chain. You can see in the diagram first the food chain. Okay, plant are the producers, grasshoppers are the primary consumers. Plant will be eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper will be eaten by snake. Snake will be the secondary consumer, and snake or can be eaten, snake will be, or the next consumer can be owl. Territory consumer it is. Okay, food chain, let's discuss it. A food chain shows how living organisms depend on each other for food. It tells us who eats whom. Food chain basically describes who will be eaten by whom. कौन किसको खाएगा, that is decided by the food chain. Plants make their own food and are called producers. They form the first level of any food chain. Okay, animals depend on plants for their food requirement. Animals depend on plants for their food requirements and are called consumers. Consumers can be further classified as primary consumers and secondary consumers and territory consumers, territory consumers, and so on. Herbivores such as rabbit and grasshopper eat plants are called primary consumers. Okay, then primary consumers. Next is animals that eat primary consumers are known as secondary consumers. Secondary consumers are in turn eaten by tertiary consumers in an environment. many food chain can coexist. Okay, एक साथ बहुत सारी food chain exist हो सकती हैं. An organism can be a part of more than one food chain. Organism can be a part of more than one food chain. This network of interconnected food chain is called the food web. Got it? Many food chains, when combined together, they will form food web. You can see in the food web, plants are eaten by insects, or their insects are eaten by, for example, frog will be eaten by snake. Okay, you can see so many arrows are from one point to another point. That means uh, in food chain, food web is an interconnected network of food chains. Okay, now the concept mapping, the important segment of the chapter. What we discussed in the chapter, sources of food, was our chapter title, and the sources can be plants and animals for the food. Okay, animals provide us milk. Animals provide us milk, meat, and eggs. Okay, animals provides us meat, milk, and eggs, and the plants provide us roots, for example carrots and turnips, stems, example ginger and turmeric, leaves, example spinach and coriander, flowers, example broccoli and cauliflower, fruits, example such as apple, vegetables such as tomato. Okay, seeds, example cereals and pulses. Got it, dear students? Now some keywords are shown over there. Let's recapitulate these keywords. Nutrients, substances present in the food that our body needs to get energy, to repair itself, and to be healthy, are called nutrients. Okay, staple food items that we eat in major portion on a daily basis, they are called staple food. For example, chapati. Herbivores, animals that eat only plants. Carnivores, that eat only flesh of other animals. Omnivores, eat both plants and animals. Scavengers, animals or birds that feed on dead animals. Decomposers, organisms that break down dead and decaying plant and animal matters. Okay, parasites, organisms that live on or inside the body of other organisms, they are called parasites. Okay, okay, dear students, in this way we got a recapitulation of chapter 1. Okay, so we will, from Monday onwards, we will start the revision of chapter 2. Till then, dear students, do one thing: complete your question answers of all the 5 chapters what we discussed till now, and then do the solution of sample paper in your notebook. Okay, dear students, take care. Bye bye. Thank you.